Hi, everybody, and welcome to Till Death Do Us Pod with me, Tova Lee.
I mean, Michael Lee.
You're
doing it again. You're
seamless
again.
Because it was more tilted towards you, and I want to be heard.
You're the one right in front of the mic every time. I literally must have just been in another room.
But you have a booming voice.
Do I? Booming?
Quite booming.
Really?
Quite booming.
So? Okay.
Yes, quite booming. I like your haircut.
Thank you. Send my haircut for those of you watching on YouTube.
Yes.
For those of you just listening, utterly pointless.
Yeah, totally pointless.
I know. Haircuts.
You look like so small and skinny, and I look massive because I'm sitting. Wait, I'm gonna sit back.
Shaking the table now.
I still look relatively bigger than you. How strange. Anyway, hi everybody, and how is everybody? How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. Yeah.
You know, I have to say something. This is completely not relevant to what we're talking about today, but
Is there anything in this show relevant to what we're meant to be talking about?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Yes, it's true. It's basically our therapy session slash date night.
Yes, so is it £100 a chat?
It does. I asked people if they were okay. Lots of people are not okay.
What do you mean? What,
just like in general. No. Although I feel like I'm going to do that next. No, I just asked people on my Instagram, my Facebook, how are they? Are they okay? And lots of people are not okay. I feel like we're going to start today with sending out a virtual hug. Yes.
Because sometimes it's very rhetorical.
No.
When you see people, you go, "Hi, you okay?" Like that. It's very rare people go, "Well, now you've asked."
Yeah. No.
I've had a terrible week. Firstly, and then it's very rare that people then will jump in, but you were generally asking, how is everyone?
I was,
and you wanted a response.
I did, and I think that's why people did respond, because they knew that I was being sincere, and I really did want to answer, because I made a point. Don't ask. That was exactly the point of my post, that people do not ask, are you okay?
And I must read your post one day.
I know. How rude. Okay. So rude. Anyway, to those of you out there who are listening, I hope you are okay.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on from that, we are talking about a very fun topic today.
Is it fun?
It is.
I don't know.
We're going to bring fun into it.
Into a topic that I don't think is fun.
We're going to bring the fun into it. That's my goal. So we are going to be talking about
big claim.
Middle-aged, being middle-aged.
This came up recently, didn't it? Because Tova's going to be 45 soon. Can I say that? I've said it now. Be 45 soon. And I was like, oh, am I going to be middle-aged? And you're like, no, that doesn't mean. And we looked it up. And you're already, some places say you're middle-aged from around 40.
I've been middle-aged for 4 years. Didn't even know
Didn't realise it.
I know. Yeah. But the thing is, there's such like a negative connotation to the idea of being middle-aged. And actually, I did a Facebook Live a while back, and I was talking about being middle-aged and how great it was, and how I feel like now I have the right to do things like, drink soda water, or, I'm going to buy one of those chains for my glasses now. It's official. I can do that now, Yeah. So I was like talking about how great it was that I can finally do all these things that I actually secretly wanted to do for a long time, but didn't want to, be looked at as middle-aged. Now that I am middle-aged, I'm quite happy to do them. And people got very upset with me.
Why?
Because they don't want to think of themselves as middle-aged. But my whole point was that it's great. It's liberating. I mean, you've been middle-aged like 30 years. So how do you feel about it?
I have no problem with it. I think saying you're middle-aged, I think, is much nicer than other terms like, he's in the autumn of his years.
What does that mean?
He's in the autumn of his years.
He's middle-aged, isn't
well,
it?
If you work
40, 50?
If you're basically applying winter, you're going to be dead. Right. Autumn of your years.
I don't think winter you're dead, by the way. I think winter
Not very well?
No, I think winter is like you're elderly.
Oh, I see.
Like your 80s, 90s is winter.
So the winter of you.
So autumn is like 50, 60.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought it was like 60s, 70s.
No. Oh, God, let's work it out, though. Okay, so what does it start with? It starts with spring? Yes, spring. So spring is like you're a kid up till what, 25-ish? I'd say.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then it's like summer. It's like your mid-20s. Yeah, mid-30s. Up to potentially, I think, 40 even.
Okay.
Right? And then you go into your autumn.
God,
45.
So I'm in my autumn.
Oh, you're heading towards winter, man. You're nearly there.
Wow.
You're definitely autumn. I am now entering autumn.
Right.
I like autumn. It's a good time of year. There's Halloween, pumpkin spice. It's all kind of
Will
festive.
there be Halloween this year?
I like that. That's true.
Will there be Halloween this year?
I don't know.
Will people get, knock on the door, trick or treat, and someone going, there's 7 of you. You're above you're beyond the bubble of 6, including myself. No camping.
I mean, the absurdity of that rule, by the way. I mean, really, it's like, oh, the kids can't go in groups bigger than 6, yet they're all at school.
I mean,
in groups that are bigger than 6. How does that work? I don't understand the logic.
You could go to people's doors and no longer will it be trick or treat, or be track and trace. You know,
did you read that anywhere? Is that yours?
I read that somewhere.
Okay.
Yes.
I was like,
I don't take
credit
on that one.
Wow. So yeah.
So go on.
No. So yeah. So I am turning 45 in a couple of weeks. And
the present thing. We haven't had time to talk about this.
I want a chain for my glasses. I do. That is what I want. I want a really nice fancy chain for my glasses.
Where we drop our kids off, there's a little gift shop that does little knick-knacks, little tchotchkes, you know, everything from master jewellery.
I like their earrings.
Candles.
Nice
it's
jewelry.
A real typical gift shop when you really don't know what to buy someone and you're like, oh, we've got to get them something. Anyway, so we buy quite a lot of things there.
We do.
Mainly birthday presents for each other. And every time I go past where it's nearing Christmas or October's birthday, my kids always go, Mummy likes that one. And they point in the window at something, which is never on the reduced side of the window.
No.
It's always whatever. So there was something that they're pointing at recently, which I have to say was one of the most disgusting pieces of jewellery I've ever seen. It was a kind of gold necklace with a fake gold sovereign. So it wasn't like, oh wow, a rare Roman sovereign. It was clearly not real. Quite gaudy, quite big.
Quite shabby.
The chain, quite shabby. The chain itself, if the chain was bigger, then I think you're making more of a statement.
Right.
The chain itself was gold linked chain, and the medallion was like the size of
like a 2p.
In the UK. Yeah, 2p piece, 10p piece.
Yeah.
It wasn't very nice. And the kids kept going, Mummy really wants that, but it's very expensive. And I don't know, because you never see the tag there.
Yeah.
And I was going, what do you mean it's expensive? The kids, bless them, were like, oh, I think Mummy said it's nearly £20. I'm like, I'm sure it's more than £20.
Oh, I love it.
Anyway,
They have no idea.
Money.
No idea. No matter how much we try to teach them, they literally do not understand money. That's extraordinary to me.
So I was kind of like, right, you know what? I'll go and get it this week. And then literally I got a message from Taylor going, don't get me that medallion thing. I've gone off it. I don't like it.
Why? I'll tell you why. Bless them. So this links into another thing, is how children cannot keep a secret, right? We're walking by the store today and they went, Daddy's buying that for you for your birthday. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they did. They were so happy. And then I went, no, really? I don't like it anymore. He's buying it. He's buying it today. He's buying it today.
I'm sorry I bought it.
No, stop. Anyway.
I'm going to do that.
So yeah, I've gone off it. But how did we get to this? Okay, middle-aged. You asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I want a chain for my glasses. I keep losing them. I put them on my head. I put them down. I don't know where they are. That's the first sign, by the way, of being middle-aged, is that you put things down. You don't know where they are. Again, back to you.
What do I
do? You've done that since.
But what do I do?
Yeah,
I just have loads of glasses.
Oh,
I have
most
loads
annoying thing
of
in the world.
Cheap glasses lying around. There's a pair in every room.
You're literally just burping and carrying on burping.
So
You're not even
silence
stopping.
repeating.
You just carry on. It's like, I'm still talking.
We'll edit it out.
We're not going to edit it out. Let's face it. It's just going to stay there. So apologies to everybody who just heard Mike repeatedly burp.
I wasn't burping. I was slightly repeating myself.
So my way of reaching middle age is the fact that I misplaced my glasses. Don't know where I put them. I want a chain. I want it to be hanging down, and I have no problem with that. You just buy a whole bunch of really cheap ones on eBay, and they're everywhere around the house. It's really annoying. Okay, what other signs are there for being middle-aged?
We haven't done any signs, have we?
Well, we did the chain.
Okay, the
Misplacing
chain.
your
Well, you can
glasses.
start with so these are, according to many people, these are signs that you are basically
needing an
middle-aged.
afternoon nap. Can I just say again, you've needed a nap from the day I met you. Like, you take naps.
Because you're exhausted.
I am. This is true.
I don't get an afternoon nap anymore. I don't do it. I used to love my afternoon naps.
You still get
As
them
a
on the
single
weekend.
man, yeah, but it's a bit noisy now. The kids, the film.
You
As a
don't seem to
single
mind
man,
it.
my regime would be afternoon. The football, score show would be on. Bar of dairy milk drink.
God, your
And
single
next
man
minute-
days were really crazy,
Oh,
huh?
one-
Wow, like what a crazy
And
life
next
you
minute-
led.
Next minute,
Chocolate, watch the football, and then schnuff
and next
on the
minute, just
on the sofa.
wonderful.
Amazing.
Only about 20 minutes, half an hour. Perfect.
You really lived the life. Yes, so
Well, that's
nap.
the hero.
So
Forgetting
wait,
it.
nap. I'm sorry, I can't tick that box because I don't take naps. Forgetting everything. Yeah, that's it. What about hair growth?
Well,
What does
but let's
that
go
mean?
through everything. Basically, things like, I'm sure many people, tell me if you're not middle-aged and do this. You go downstairs to the living room to get something, and when you go there, you basically just go, why am I downstairs?
Yeah.
What did I come for?
But you walk into.
I've come down for a reason. What have I come here for? Or you go into a shop and you go, I've come into this hardware shop specifically to get something I can only get from a hardware shop. What was it?
Wait,
What was it?
Can I just say something? I don't know if you guys can relate to this or not, but I think it's very funny when you see people who you know very well, like if I see you, in a public place where you don't know that I'm looking at you.
You're spying on me
So
now.
brilliant. No, but
Oh, no, what?
I have seen you in supermarkets
Oh,
where
yes.
you have not known that I can see you.
And why is it funny?
It's extraordinary.
In what way?
Because you so are enjoying yourself.
Enjoying myself.
Yeah,
I'm at the
supermarket.
house.
You're like
I'm out of the house.
You're taking it in. I even think you're enjoying the music they play in the background. Like you're
Yeah.
really just enjoying it. And you're at the
I
table,
go
you
to the
take
local
your
and ask to play my
time,
own
and it's like,
mixtapes.
yeah,
Yeah.
slowly. It's extraordinary.
People
But
with
isn't
kids-
that a sign of middle age? By the way, enjoying doing the food show.
I think that's what
Story.
middle age is. Anyone with kids knows it's a pleasure to be out the house by yourself at any stage of the day or night. So basically forgetting everything.
Forgetting people's names. I am very bad with names. Awful. Like this is not has nothing to do with my age, by the way. I cannot remember people's names. I ever remember like a direction of a name, you know?
What do you mean direction?
Like I'll
What
go,
does that mean? You say
remember?
I've got a very good tip
What?
at forgetting names. I never forget once. And it happens a lot, especially when you're with your couple, your party, and someone comes up,
yeah.
hey, Mike, how are you?
Oh, no.
And they're looking at you, looking for the introduction, and you can't remember their name.
Yes.
So you're hoping your partner goes,
Yeah.
I'm Tova.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Bob. So there's that. So some people deliberately don't do that,
Yeah.
making you squirm even more. I was told a very, very good one about how to remember someone's name.
Okay,
we
that's
don't remember.
good. This is a
Someone
helpful
comes
tip.
up and they really know you well. Hey, how are you? Like that. And then you turn around and you go, I was speaking to someone recently about you. You came up in a conversation. What's your name? And they'll go, what do you mean my name? It's Brian. You know it's Brian. No, I know it's Brian. I know it's Brian. What's your surname? What's your surname? Miller. Brian Miller. Someone was talking about you
That's
last
so
week.
bad. No,
I think
that's
that's a
so
clever-
bad.
that's
no,
clever.
no. That's
Why
really
is that bad?
No. And I hope that
Just no. Why? If
because it was
remember
so obvious. It was
you
really
think it was obvious?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
And the way you just did it.
Okay, I did it with a bit of a
really.
flourish.
I'm actually in shock.
Admittedly.
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now, to be honest.
But
No.
I've had those points when you've had to go the name, and I'm never. It was a big conversation. Knew the guy for years, but I hadn't seen him for a long time. Used to be really good, and then I had to go to who I was with. This is Steve, and they just went Richard, and they were very upset.
Wow.
Very upset and
Wow.
hurt.
Wow.
But sometimes you can't remember.
Yeah, I had to do that recently as well, and I was in that position. It was so annoying because I was sitting with a friend outside this coffee shop, and literally every 5 minutes somebody walked up, and she said to me, "God, do you know everybody?" And I don't. It never happens to me, really. But it happened on that day that so many people, and it was people that don't live in the area. They were like random. And you know how it's difficult to even more to remember names of people that you see out of context? Like, do you know what I mean? They shouldn't be there. And you're a bit like, is it that person? And it takes you a minute to sort of place them. So with one of those situations, she didn't jump in, and I just had to take a chance. And just go, and I got it right.
Oh, well done.
Which
That's
is
very
so
good,
unlike
because you're
me.
shit with
I'm
names.
so shit with names.
Terrible.
Or names of streets, by the way. It's not personal to anybody. I just don't really remember names in general. Okay. Having a party and it's so quiet that your neighbors don't even realize. That is you again. You don't like noisy parties.
I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
You don't.
Well, I don't. Well, okay.
You don't.
Okay. Give me loud music.
Can I just make a note here? Your chair squeaks. I mean, I am so sorry for everybody who's listening to this podcast and and is listening to the squeakingness of this. Don't move. We need to get you a different chair.
I'll get some
Okay,
oil.
tell me what you don't like.
I don't mind loud music at a party, but have it in a section. Have it in a room. Have a dance room where you can dance. Because you've got loud music, can't hear anyone. What's the point? You know, I like loud music, don't get me wrong. But it's, you know, have an area.
Definitely the winter of your life.
Okay, so I don't like loud music. When some of our neighbours play this shit Euro pop,
remember when we had a neighbour when we lived in a flat and the neighbour downstairs so on a Friday night he used to do like these parties and what we suspect used to happen is they used to at some point pass out, but the record player would keep, or whatever it was he was playing on,
the gramophone
exactly, whatever it was carried on playing and it would just play. And do you remember there was a couple of times that we knocked on their door to try and wake them up to stop the music. It was ridiculous. So both of us really middle-aged. So this is definitely us. Okay, we are those annoying neighbors. Put the music down. Singing along to the elevator music. We just discussed that. You do that in supermarkets. You definitely do. You do. Supermarkets. Answering questions with "because I said so." I didn't think that was middle age. I've done that since. That's a mother thing. You don't say that. You don't say because I said so.
I do occasionally.
Although I have found myself recently saying it to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So maybe that is the middle age.
Hair growth. Now, hair growth is interesting. The older we get, we grow more hair, not in the right places. Obviously, for men, it's ears, nose, eyebrows. You get hair growing everywhere. More so.
This makes me laugh. Do you do this? Signing text messages with your name. Like a text message?
Well, if they don't know who I am, yes.
But why would you text somebody who doesn't know who you are?
Hi, been told you're selling a laptop. So-and-so passing your name.
This has revealed so much about you.
About
the type of text messages that you would say. Hi, been told that you're selling something. It's so obvious that would be the type of text that you would send. Oh my God. No, I don't do that. I do sign with
people you know,
XXX. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Yeah, but if they're in your address but they know it is, then obviously don't sign that. But if it's something you don't know, or you do, you just get, who is this coming back?
Okay, signs that you're middle-aged more. So buying a new carpet becomes more important than spending money on clothes. Totally. Like, I like buying stuff for the house more than I do enjoy buying stuff for the house. You spend hours staring into the mirror, checking for gray hairs. Don't do that. Or wrinkles. How about you?
I don't stare for gray.
No.
I've already got them.
Yeah.
Don't need to stare.
Actually heard a few ladies that I know recently talk about Botox. I did a prank on you, didn't I? The lip filler prank, which didn't really work. But what would you say about me getting Botox?
You don't need it.
I feel like my skin's amazing.
You don't need it.
I don't.
If you need it, I'd say.
I don't think anybody needs it. But
this is a good one.
Yeah, go on.
And this is middle age. In clothes shops, you go and look for things that look comfortable. Now that's great. I mean, I see the youngsters now on the street.
Oh God, I can't believe you said youngsters.
I see the kids on the street. You know, and I don't get skinny jeans on men.
Oh, well, that's sexist, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah, but because I think generally men will have sort of chunkier thighs, like muscles.
Not all men.
Generally they do. Well, not all, but okay.
And I know a lot of women with really chunky thighs. I've got quite chunky thighs.
I think men with chunky thighs with tight drain pipe jeans, not a good look. And also people who wear the sort of t-shirts that are really too tight. Very tight clothes, tight-fitting t-shirts. Obviously, I've never had to worry about things like this because I'm never going to wear a tight-fitting t-shirt.
I quite like it. Like, I remember me feeling similar, like, at some point in my life thinking, I don't know if I want to date somebody that looks better in skinny jeans than I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then I realized that actually is a bit sexist. And I mean, you know, whatever. But it doesn't really matter. Looking into cruises, asking your travel agent about cruises. You don't really like the idea of a cruise, do you?
No, the idea of stuck somewhere.
I wouldn't mind it, though, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't mind a cruise.
This is an obvious one, you would be middle-aged. You realise that you're older than most of the authors, actors, presenters on TV and musicians that you like. Obviously. I mean, there was a thing in the paper, was it Dancing on Ice? One of these sort of reality Dancing on Ice shows. And they go, the new lineup for Dancing on Ice have been, announced. And I knew I was middle-aged because I didn't recognise half of them. And I'm someone who likes to think they know about music, TV, what's going on there. Yeah. And half the people's like, who? What? And I didn't even know the program they were in.
Yeah.
It's even they go, oh, they're in that soap. I don't watch it anymore. I was going, I don't even know that program.
Wow.
That's when you know you're getting middle-aged.
You know what happened to me this week, which again I was like in shock. I was in the car with the kids, and a song came up, and I've always been like quite into hits and sort of like trashy like chart
The pop charts
type of music.
Hit
But
parade.
but I haven't actually listened to the radio a lot often, so I guess I'm out of the loop. And we're in the car, and a song comes up, and I change the channel, and our daughter said, "Oh no, mommy, I like that," and I was like, "You know this?" And she knew it, and I didn't know it. And I was like, I had this moment of like, wow, we've reached that moment when I don't know the music that she knows. Crazy.
The other thing I hate, sticking with music, you know you're getting middle-aged,
is
when someone goes, have you heard the new song that's number 5 in the charts? And it starts, and you go, oh, but the bass line, that's the David Bowie Let's Dance.
Yeah.
Oh, they've sampled that. Oh, it's not as good. They've taken the best bit of that song. Oh, the rest of the song's not good. The best bit is the bit they've used from whatever. You get that so much in songs now where they sample
and you are
iconic bit. I'm that person doing that.
Taking a keen interest in politics.
Yeah, I don't. I've always been interested in politics.
I find that quite funny now, us as a couple, waking up in the morning and me going, so what's new in the world? And Mike gives me a report. You give me a report every morning. What's happened? Yeah, we are quite...
Yeah, which basically means you're too lazy to read stuff yourself.
It's true.
And I had to read stuff
then you tell me.
on your
and then
behalf.
sometimes if it's interesting, I'll go, okay, can you read me the article? You just read it out, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
like middle-aged.
We're middle-aged. You realize that. But it's great. I like it. Okay, is that it? Let's see. There's more. God, there's so many signs.
I think you're middle-aged as well. You have a
You
real
got
thing
hangovers again.
What about that?
When do you ever stop getting hangovers? What does that mean? Sorry, carry on.
I was just thinking about little things like when you say to the kids, the dogs, don't put up the sofa, get off the sofa. No, it's been raining on the sofa. You do really have a kind of sofa issue.
Yeah. You start drinking smoothies and ask if things are gluten-free. No, not us.
No,
we're quite unhealthy still. Yeah, we still haven't joined the health kick. That's not hit us just yet. You won't eat with a knife and fork. What? Nah, that's not true. I feel like the health kick still hasn't like kicked in for us, because there was another one before saying you talk about health a lot. You become more health aware. So I think we're definitely taking vitamins more now.
But that's because of COVID.
But that's because of COVID, and we do it like for the whole family, not just us. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're doing that. I know a lot of people like in their 40s have stopped eating gluten, stopped eating dairy, and like really changed their diets drastically.
The older you get, if you go to the doctor, someone might say your cholesterol's a bit high, cut down on this, do this, you're diabetic or close to being diabetic, you need to cut down that and that. I think it's just life, isn't
Going back, by the way, to my birthday. So,
yes.
Obviously, because of COVID, at the moment, we're able to have 2 couples over.
Mm-hmm.
So, does this make me middle-aged? That I have decided they will come over for a karaoke party. Does that make me middle-aged, do you think?
Not really.
Is that a middle-aged thing to do? No.
The songs that you'll be singing at karaoke certainly will be.
Like Vogue, Madonna, you know.
Everything for the early 90s.
All the classics. Yes.
So, yeah.
I'm excited about that.
But you need to source the karaoke thing.
You need to.
No, I'm doing it now.
Can it be my gift then? Here, this is my birthday gift.
One
I
of the
want a
things I've
chain for my thingy bobby, and I want you to download the songs for the big karaoke party that I'm doing.
I'm middle-aged. I don't know how to download onto a USB stick.
Oh my God, that day when you have to ask your kids for help with technology.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're in the winter of your life. You're no longer mid-age, you're just old age.
Very, very true. Yeah. Very true.
Cool. Okay.
Well, that's it. That's a wrap. That's this week's episode of Till Death Do Us Pod. Downloads are growing, so we know you're enjoying the topics. Drop us a line at info. Has anyone dropped you a line yet?
Not about the podcast, but people are enjoying the podcast, and they do tag us on stories, and I don't always share it, I know, but they are listening and they are enjoying. And I just want to say, if people still want to get a chance to be featured in my next book, which is coming out in September 2021, you can still do it. So you have to go to my website, tovalee.com. There's a thing called Confession Booth, and you basically click on it and you can send in a confession for consideration. Any confessions that go into the book, we will be making a donation on behalf of the contributors to Equality Now. And also, if you want, you will get a chance to buy the book at a reduced rate, 55% off, not just for you, but for your friends and your family, which is a really good deal. It's the discount that I'm getting as an author, so there's no better discounts than that. And I think it's just a really great way to create something that involves the community and my community, which is really into confessions and sharing those secrets to normalize everything. And that's it. So don't forget to do that. And that's it.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much for listening. And we'll see you next week.
Yes. Bye, you guys.